Hey everyone, and welcome to Tale Inferno, and welcome back to episode 7 of the Dragon Age Origins story analysis playthrough. In episode 6, we finished off Lothering, we picked up Sandal and Bodan, which was very exciting. We got to enter the party camp and had a very intense dream, Amara's first kind of Grey Warden dream of seeing the Archdemon and all the Darkspawn. And then after having a few conversations in the party camp, we have now arrived in Redcliffe and we have started the quests within Redcliffe. So as part of that, we have decided to help Redcliffe in its fight against the undead that are coming out of the castle that we can see in the background there. And which at the time I felt was quite an interesting choice to make for Amara, and seeing as we know she doesn't like humans or help, or really anyone other than Daily Shelves, let's just put it that way. And but I think we're starting to see a turning point in the fact that for her self-interest, she knows that the Blight will basically kill her whole Taelish clan if she doesn't do anything about it, and she realizes that her and Alistair are really the only people who can stop this. So with all this being said and done, she decided very exasperatedly, if that's a word, that she would help the Bantegan and the town of Redcliffe. She then went to speak to the mayor of the town, of which the name escapes me, but he is in that general direction. He has the same voice as Zaid Masani from Mass Effect 2, and or at least a similar sounding voice. And through that we went to the smithy and found that the smithy was just not going to have a bar of it. Amara lost her patience and decided to kill him. You know, as it goes, you know, she just felt like he was being a worthless human and not helping, and she lost her patience. So, killed her, which was a bit of chaos, but ended up getting the right result in the end and getting the equipment to help the people of Redcliffe. So that's where we left it off. And yeah, we also read some really cool codex entries at the end of the last episode, including one on demonic possession, which had a really sick ending about pride demons, and if a massive powerful pride demon got out, what kind of, mayhem, not even mayhem, that's not even the right word, but the doom that it would bring to the world, basically, if that happened. And it was so interesting noting with the whole solar situation in the Veilguard, and even at the end of Dragon Age Inquisition. It's such an interesting thing to pick up on, which is all what this is about. As you can probably guess from what I'm talking about, apologies if you've been on this journey up until this point, but if you've only just joined us on this journey, the story analysis playthrough is not a first-time playthrough. I've played the Dragon Age series a few times, many times. I absolutely love the story, and this is an opportunity to go from Dragon Age Origins all the way through to the Veilguard and just eat up all the lore, and to really pick up on where we start to how we get to the Veilguard and see what we can pick up along the way. And that demonic possessions codex entry, I should say, was a prime example of how cool this story analysis playthrough is, picking up those bits and pieces and seeing kind of the hints to where we're going, and also asking the question of, did they plan for that, or did the pieces just come together naturally, or they saw those codex entries that they wrote all those years ago and went, that's how we can go to the next, or that's where we're kind of going. So anyway, very exciting, but without further ado, we're going to continue on. We're going to try and finish up as much of Redcliffe as possible, noting that, as I mentioned in the last episode, I don't think we're going to do the whole circle helping Al-Eamon get back to life, because I don't think Amara would care too much about going to that much trouble to save someone. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to continue on. Now, I know there's a few things that we can do around the place, and there's things to pick up. So we're going to go on a bit of a journey around the town. First off, we're going to pick up this death root, because that's important, not to anything other than me and my need to collect everything. So let's have a look, see. We've got a wooden crate. Oh, it's so interesting knowing how long ago this game was made, and just how well it... like, Callan had no swimming. That's because we can't. How well it still looks. Like, how well it still looks, how good it still looks, and how well it has, you can pick up on it now and play this game and still just think, geez Louise, this is actually still a beautiful looking game, particularly for its time. Ah, new codex, Legends of Lake Calenhad. The first of the episode that we can read at the end for story time. How exciting. Oops, some money. We love that. Alrighty. I also note as well, and I'll be interested to see what happens, is that because I didn't bring Alistair to Redcliffe, which I've not done before, I'm trying to keep my party with people in it that I don't usually have in my party due to, you know, who I think Amara would probably want to be around more. And I know that she is interested in Sten in the sense of she's probably not that exposed to Canary and their lore and who they are. She's very fascinated by Morrigan, and Elgonon's just, she's got to have a Mabari with her Elgonon Mabari. But because I've never come to Redcliffe without Alistair, I realise that one, we haven't had him tell our Grey Warden that he's a bastard son of the king that he was a half brother to the late king, and so we don't know that. Oh my gosh, sorry Stan, I didn't mean to be inside you just then. But yeah, so we didn't have that cutscene at the beginning, and we didn't have the reuniting of Bantegan and Alistair. So I'll be really interested to see what happens with that, because I don't want to go to the party camp and have that conversation with Alistair yet. I want to wait until after we defeat all the undead and see what happens from that pretty much. And I assume that going through that path we'll eventually find out that he's the bastard son, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I've never experienced this before. Alright, new codex. A tattered shopping list. Ooh, we like that. We've got a barrel. There is lamp oil in these barrels. Quest updated. Good, good. Now,
don't think so.
Excuse me?
Are you daft?
Alright, maybe I am daft. Alright, I need to level up to open that damn thing. Alright. What else can I pick up while I'm running around here? Now, I do want to go here and convince you to help. We're going to pick the lock on the door, because does she knock or does she just go straight into lock picking? Broke open the lock. So the door is locked and looks as if it's been recently repaired. Would she say hello, or would she... stuff it. We're gonna pick the lock on the door. You definitely picked the lock on the door. Hello.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
We'll go where we like unless you'd like to stop us. I apologise, I don't mean any harm. I think I'll just be going. I think she's going to try and intimidate. I don't know. Again, I know that intimidate I think is related to strength, and I haven't really been putting anything into strength, but I have been putting a lot into the coercion skill. So let's see what happens here, shall we?
No, have to run the place. It's not like I could stop people like you anyway. The name's Dwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Oh, hello. Well, that worked. Oh, I like the fact that my little rogue elf Amara, Dalish elf Amara, is able to intimidate. What are you doing shut up in here? I think I'll be going... What are you doing shut up in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You're a coward. You'll die in here just as easily as you would out there. You should be out there helping defend the village. That's a sensible attitude, I'd say. It just doesn't make sense to hole up here alone. I think she'll say you're a coward. Let's be honest.
You look more than competent. With you out there, they don't really need me, do they?
Can't I change your mind? Your chances are better out there than in here. Either die out there or here and now. Stay in here then if you prefer. I was talking about in the last episode about how I felt like some of my choices didn't quite align with maybe the role-playing of Amara, and I'm slowly accepting the choices that I need to make from a role-playing perspective, because obviously I've role-played a lot of characters in these games and have made very specific choices for those characters, but I've not played a character like this one before, where they are quite abrupt, maybe, in a way. Very passionate, very much like I don't care about other people. I don't want to be a Grey Warden. I don't want to be here. I'd rather be with my Dalish clan. So I haven't really quite had those choices before. So the Intimidate's interesting because, you know, either die out there or here and now. It's kind of like Well, I guess it makes sense for her to say that. It's aggressive, and she just wants everyone to just do what they need to do so that she can then get to the castle to get Alim and to get the support that they need. She's trying to do this as quickly as possible, and if that means intimidating everybody or doing what she needs to or knocking on some heads, she'll do it. So I reckon she's going to go for number 3 because I don't think she would try and change their mind, like ask that question. Your chances are better out there than in here. I don't think she would give that in the sense of, or say that in the sense of like persuasion. And I don't think she might say 4, but I think we're going to try the intimidate. Either die out there or here and now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Good. Good. Too late. No, I think she's going to accept the help. Because again, she's not ignorant. And I want to make that clear. I'd like to think she's quite smart. Or maybe that's just me wanting her to be smart. But, you know, she knows she needs all, like, it's accepting the fact that she needs all the help that she can get to save her Dalish clan. And that's basically it for her. And she's not going to be kind and nice, as we saw in the last episode where she killed the smithy. She's going to let them know how she feels about it. She's going to say, good man.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
That was the name. Sick. Done. Alrighty. Now, I know, Stan, that your sword's bloody in here, but we will ignore that for now, shall we? Okay. Now, with that all being said and done, what other houses can I go into? I know there's a house somewhere that I can go into with that little boy in it. I'm a little bit turned around. Which houses have I been in? I don't know if I can even go into the house if you don't get the quest. But I'd like to get the sword, so I can give it to... I think it's a 2-handed sword? Caitlin's home. Here we go. Oh, we've also got a codex in here. This is why it's so important to go into every single house. Oh! When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath and then silence. Hello, is someone in there? Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now. I think she's just going to open the dresser.
Ah! What are you doing? Alright, I'll come out.
Good.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Best tell me what you're doing in here. What you were doing in here, sorry. In there? Uh-oh. She still can't read. What's your name? Is this your house? I'm not going to hurt you. Go get lost. I think she'd say 4. She'd just say get lost. Like she said to the kid in Lothering to go beat it. Just go get lost. I'm not going to hurt you. Go get lost.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Get the hell out of here. I don't care. New quest on. Well, okay. Anyway. Activated the quest on accident. Well, it's okay. Again, being rude still means I still get the good outcomes. I'll get the experience and everything. Give Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. Go to the 2nd floor. We got a sword to pick up. Oh, I need a key. Oh my gosh. Oh, bookshelf. Cautionary tales for adventurers. A meeting with a wraith. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get that key then, now that I've kicked him out of the closet. I think those are all the houses I can go into down here, I think. I cannot think of any others off the top of my head. Yeah, because I came around that way. Okay, alright. Alright. Let's go into the Chantry and do this. See, look at these guys.
Fidgeting.
I don't like being out here, Dwin. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
And well he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
Well, we don't understand why we're out here.
We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
Alrighty. Okay, alright. Hi, Caitlin.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
That brat was more problem than he was worth. Just stay safe, both of you. Don't worry about it. That brat was more problem than he was worth.
I'll take Bevan and stay out of your way then. Thank you again.
You don't give me the key?
Please, just... I must watch over my brother. Thank you for everything.
Hello again. I found my sister.
Alright, well, we have to live with our choices, okay? The consequences of our actions of being true to ourselves mean that we don't get the key. And that's okay, I guess. Do you have anything else to say?
These humans don't know the hilt of a sword from the pointy end. This ought to be interesting.
Alright, Murdoch.
We're still sorting through the equipment you found in Owen's shop. It may be enough. It's hard to say.
I'll be back.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Okay, I think we've completed everything and done everything down here. Oh, we can't. Oh, no, yes, we can go this way.
So, are you going to continue staring at me as if I am covered in eels?
Eels would be something.
Prudery. How charming. I expected paranoia. This is much better. I prefer to be stared at lustfully, if at all.
Keep trying, then.
Oh? Then shall I demonstrate an act or two, and you may tell me hot or cold?
I'll save time. Cold.
You are a tease.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realise that Morrigan and Sten flirt. That is so funny. Can they get together? I doubt it. I would doubt it. But funny nonetheless. I like that. No, I didn't think I could go into this house because the other place is up across a bridge over that way. So I think I've picked everything up on the lower levels of Redcliffe, per se. Not going to somehow get a second one? No, didn't think so. Alright. Sick. Alrighty. Onwards up to the brewery? Whatever it is. The tavern is probably the word I was going for, which is up here. But first, let me just pick up this. And I think there's something up here. I'm testing out my memory, which I'd like to think is good on a good day.
It's done.
Nice. Okay. Fabulous. We
Naturally.
like actually being able to unlock things. I look forward to when I level up and I can get more dexterity so that I can unlock that damn chest. Alrighty, up we go. Time to knock a dude out, hopefully, because I think you have to wait until after the battle to tell that guy to bugger off the lady, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, that's right. Berwick! Oh, a fellow elf, but you would be a city elf, wouldn't you? Oh, graffiti? Graffiti in Redcliffe's Tavern. Oh, we're going to have a fun reading time. Okay, who do we want to talk to first? There she is. Wait, you, Bella.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Shouldn't you be at the Chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the Chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
I want to get the dialogue about her saying that Lloyd's awful to see if I can turn that into something where Amara can kick some ass, but I don't think she would ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway for the act of curiosity to see what can happen. So how has business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local, and they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd? Why don't you leave? You don't care for Lloyd, I take it.
he gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I could talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
How about a raisin? I'm not giving her any money. I don't think Amara would. Why don't you leave?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
Alright. You could leave if you had to. I don't think Amara would.
What can you do? Girls like me don't get much choice if we don't want to join the Chantry. And it's too late to get married.
Oh, I didn't realise I selected the option. I thought I said I should go. Oops. I didn't think she would say it. Okay, alright. Well, maybe Amara had a kind heart for 2 seconds. I should go.
Keep safe.
I must have pressed down too many times. Oopsie daisy. Alright, Lloyd.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Let's just do business. What do you mean? Not at all. I'll be leaving shortly anyway. Yes, my timing couldn't be worse. Because she knows that he's a greasy bastard, I think she wouldn't be trying to form a talkative relationship with this person. So I'll be leaving shortly anyway. Oh, she's not even leaving shortly. Let's just do business.
Right. I've got some supplies, too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Okay, cool. Do you have a backpack? That's probably no. And I'm not all that interested in getting all of the gifts just yet. With all that being said and done, though, I'm going to get some of these for Veilguard. Alright, I reckon this is a good opportunity if I just get out. I'm going to do some inventory management and do some selling, so give me 2 seconds. Alrighty, inventory management all done. Things have been sold. So we're now going to speak to Lloyd again and see if there's any more dialogue or codexes I can get. Who are you anyway?
Name's Lloyd. We don't get many elves out here. You're a runaway from the city.
Do I look like it? I'm a Dalish, if you must know. A runaway. I couldn't just be a traveller. And what if I am? You're going to do something about it. I am a Grey Warden. Oh, how would she say? She would hate to be considered a city elf. So I reckon she would say 1, but in a lot of like anger. I'm a Dalish, if you must know. How dare you call me a city elf?
That's so. I've heard about them. Never seen one in my entire life, though. Something else I can get for you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Can I punch him? Oh. Well, I don't think she likes him anyway because of how he treats people. She already hates humans, but obviously there are probably worse humans than others. Obviously there are worse humans than others. And I think she goes, you seem like an asshole. And I don't like assholes. And I need all the help I can get. So you're either going to die fighting or you're going to die now. She's going to intimidate. I really should have been a warrior. I should be putting more in strength. I need to be more strong and so I can be intimidating. But that's a really weird build for a rogue. So let's see how much I can intimidate moving forward. Alright, either die fighting in the militia or die now, your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go.
Good.
I approve. All who are able should fight.
Yes.
But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Nice. Yes! That is such a cool outcome, because I think she's just like, hey, you human, I'm here. I need Al Eamon. The only way we're going to do that is if everybody fights. You get the hell out of here. Do you have something to say about that?
Yes,
Not you.
as you wish.
Oi, oi, oi.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd
Yes.
to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge.
Yeah.
Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's how I can get supplies from her. Are they any different?
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
No, it's all the same. Oh, actually, I'm going to get that while I'm here. I didn't even think about that. And you can get it for free? That is such a cool outcome. Give me everything. Thank you. Oh my good gracious. I could get all of this for free and then sell it. Well, yeah, sure. I'll take everything, thank you, and I'll sell it later. Can I sell it back now? No, I can't. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, sick. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Alright, that is such a cool outcome! Nice! Be a bastard and you get things for free. We love that. Okay, let's talk to the elf now. Hello, Berwick.
Not looking for company.
Too bad. Shouldn't you be with the militia? Strange seeing a fellow elf here. She would not connect. Because she would see that he doesn't have the Vallaslin on him, I don't think. No, I don't see anything on him. She would see that and go, we are not the same. Shouldn't you be with the militia?
Why? I don't live here.
Oh, too fucking bad. Then what are you doing here?
Just waiting until I can leave again.
I hear you're Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that? You said you were waiting for your brother. Just curious, is that a problem? You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
You said you were waiting for your brother?
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
You didn't try to leave. I'm supposed to believe that. Then why aren't you helping to fight? She's not going to apologise. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked. You didn't try to leave. I'm supposed to believe that. I think she'd say, I'm supposed to believe that.
Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
Thank you for calling me pretty. However, I think that would piss her off. Because I think she's obviously not very happy about the fact that he's here. She obviously wants people to just go and fight so they can get this all sorted, be victorious, and go and do what she needs to do. But I think as well, like, she's obviously talking to people that she doesn't care about. And for them to kind of, like, say something like, look, you're all pretty and all, but, like it would piss me off. So it's going to piss her off. What do you mean? What were you told to do? I'm not going anywhere. Start talking. I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean
How do you
can
know
go
that?
around threatening people.
Yeah, how do you know I'm a Grey Warden? This will be easy if you just tell me what you're hiding and who's going to stop me. Or... I think the most obvious... Like, okay, so there's he's just said she's a Grey Warden. She hasn't actually told anyone that. So there's one thing. So I really want to say one. But I also like the and who's going to stop me. I think she's going to say one. And how do you know I'm a Grey Warden?
I just, overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the Chantry before the sun goes down.
Stop right there, answer my questions, or else this will be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding. I think Persuade's going to be easier, obviously. I think she would actually probably say 2. Because it's still threatening. but it's not like this. I don't think she'd actually be like that in this instance. So, 2. This will be easy if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
How do I know you're telling the truth? Who are they? Who hired you to do this? What are you supposed to watch the castle for? So you know how this happened. Tell me now. Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe.
Bastard.
He's an important man. Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Alright. So I was going to say, she doesn't have any idea who Arl Rendon Ho is. Obviously, a bastard of a man. I think the human noble origin's really cool and quite devastating. It's very tragic. But it really emphasizes why Arl Rendon Howe is just an awful, awful man. I mean, again, similar. Like when we talk about Tern Logain and his character look, you kind of just go, yeah, evil. And yeah, he's another guy that just... Jesus, hello, Bella. Jesus, just stomping forward. Lost my train of thought. He's just someone that you would look at and just go, evil man, everything about him. Anyway, yes, but we know who Logain is. So we would now know that this is a guy that we don't like. How do I know you're telling the truth? What are you supposed to watch the castle for? So you know how this happened. Tell me now. 3. So you know how this happened. Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I don't think I... start running. I want you out of the village now. Fine, go. I don't want to see you again. I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight. I do believe you. Saving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think she would say 4. And I don't think she would kill him. And on the basis of what does that serve the purpose of? I know that she's killed other people, but each one, I would like to think each one had a good purpose in regards to the character of who she is and why she would do that. Bella is going nuts in the background. She has got the absolute zoomies at the moment. It's really distracting. She's got a bloody pep in her step now that Lloyd's gone. Jesus Christ. But what I mean is, I don't think she has any reason to do this. Obviously, he has been contracted through Logain to do this. And so he has wrongfully thought that he's been serving the king, even though the king's obviously dead. And so it's like the queen, well, the regent. But this doesn't really serve anything for Amara to just kill him, other than the fact that she doesn't like city elves, right? She wants everyone to pitch in to make this all the easier. But I also don't know, because there's this link between him and the Arl getting sick. Even then, I don't think she necessarily cares about the fact that the Arl is sick in the sense of being empathetic and upset about that. It's more annoyance that he's sick, because she obviously needs him for something. But she doesn't know that means that he's incapacitated in a way that they can't speak to. Well, she knows that they can't speak to him anyway, because of that whole reason of him being sick and everything else. Anyway, I don't think she'd necessarily be upset about it in the sense of, oh no, a person's sick. And so I think it would be 3, but with the connotation of it almost being like a threat. Like, I think you should go help defend Redcliffe tonight. Like, if you don't, I'm going to slap you silly and I'm probably going to kill you. I'm not asking you to run. She's not telling him to get out of here. I don't want to see you again. And I don't think it serves the purpose of killing him. Unless he says no, then she would. Because she'd be over it and go, well, you're worthless. You deserve to die. Like, that's it. So I think she would go with 3 with the essence of a threat behind it. I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Easy. Whoop. All right. Jeez, we are getting some approval from Sten. Let's go. All right. Okay, fellas. You might get some free drinks. Maybe.
So, Bella's in charge of this place, is she? She's gonna keep it? Good for her.
I like Bella a lot better than Lloyd. She's prettier, for one.
Well, at least they can't get too drunk then, with the free drinks that you can give them. Oh god, oh god. They're pretty happy that she's in charge. Well, that's good. You know what? Being a bastard has come up with a good result. We've gotten some free stuff, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you know what? I feel pretty positive about all those interactions. Let's go. Alrighty, onwards to Sir Perth, I would suspect. There'll be a conversation at the bridge, most likely, because that's how it goes. I don't think there's anything I can get from this. This is just some stuff growing on a... kind of looks like a fish. Anyway, out of my way. Oh, hang on. I can do something over here, I believe. This is not a dialogue bridge. The banter bridge is that one over there. In we go. Hola! Don't mind me. Oh! Ballad of Aisley? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Done.
Don't mind me, sir. I'm just pottering around the house and stealing stuff and getting codexes. I'll talk to you in a minute, Donal. But first, let's level you up. Okay. Is this the first time I've leveled up Morrigan? I reckon it is. Alright, so her specialisation is Shapeshifter. She gets +2 Constitution and +1 Armour as a bonus for that. So rumours speak of barbarians that hold secrets of transforming the body into the form of animals. The Circle of Magi denies such rumours, but this rare art survives in the forgotten corners of Thedas. Mastery of their bodies allows shapeshifters some protection, even in human form, making them durable opponents and staunch allies. Alrighty, we're gonna throw in some... We'll get you 2 more willpower and 1 up in magic. Now, spell. So you can already become a spider. And one of my favourite kind of glitches in this game is when she becomes a spider, it walks on 2 legs. Very funny. It's quite hilarious. Do we want you to become a bear? I don't really get her. I'm going to be honest, whenever I play Morrigan, or when I've got her in the party, or I've never gotten her to switch over to a different animal. It's not to suggest that I won't in this one. But the bear shape is sustained. I think everything on here is sustained. Oh, no, Master Shapeshifter is passive. But anyway, bear shape. The shapeshifter can transform into a bear, gaining large bonuses to nature resistance and armor, as well as the bear's slam and rage abilities. The caster's spell power further enhances this bear's statistics and abilities. With Master Shapeshifter, this form transforms the caster into a powerful Barascan and gains the Overwhelm ability. What does it change? Oh, it changes them into a corrupted spider. So the spider shape. So the shapeshifter can transform into a giant spider, gaining a large bonus to nature resistance, as well as the spider's web and poison spit abilities. The caster's spell power determines how powerful the form is. With Master Shapeshifter, the mage becomes a corrupted spider, growing still stronger and gaining the Overwhelm ability. Now, Arcane Bolt's always nice to have, but I think we'll probably... because it's nice to build up in the almost foundational skill tree. So maybe we'll get that, and so we can get further up here to get that permanent bonus. But let's see. So she currently has Winter's Grasp, which is an activated ability. A lot of mage abilities, as you can imagine, are activated. So the caster envelops the target in frost, freezing lower level targets solid. Those that resist suffer a penalty to movement speed. And when they freeze and you do a really like strong attack, they'll basically smash into little pieces. It's a nice combo. She also has frost weapons, which is interesting because that would be good if she could activate that. So I might have to have a look at her tactics to see if we can do that, because like the fire weapons we had earlier, which is up there with that other mage, this one does a similar thing but with ice, or frost I should say. So while this mode is active, the caster enchants the party's weapons with frost so that they deal additional cold damage with each melee attack. Cone of Cold, now bloody what's his face, Flame Blast is the one, I think. Yeah, the Cone of Flame. I ate that so many times, and I appreciate the reality of AoE like friendly fire. I get that. That is the reality of a mage. I appreciate the fact that in the later games it doesn't exist, but I want to try and avoid it as much as possible, or at least at the times that I might use Morrigan, only use it in instances where people aren't going to get hit. But anyway, Cone of Cold might be useful. Yeah, see, Frozen Solid by Cone of Cold can be shattered. That's what I was going for with critical hit. She's also got Lightning. This stuff's pretty impressive. I do like the lightning tree, so she can get shock. Caster's hands erupt with a cone of lightning, damaging all targets in the area. Friendly fire is possible as per usual, but lightning is the caster fires a bolt of lightning at a target, dealing electricity damage. Friendly fire is possible. I wonder if that's if you accidentally step in front of them when that goes off. Creation is really good, obviously, but I don't know. I think I mentioned in another episode that I might get Morrigan to get healed just so that she's got it, but it's totally not like her. And this is Wynn's domain of where she's got basically all of this. So I'm not going to bother too much about reading these because we'll see that when we get Wynn. Spirit is really cool. In particular, that one, Mana Clash. That's a very good spell to have. So someone's going to have to get that eventually. You've currently got Mind Blast, so the caster projects a wave of telekinetic force that stuns enemies caught in the sphere. You can get Force Field, so the caster erects a telekinetic barrier around a target who becomes completely immune to damage for the duration of the spell but cannot move. Friendly fire possible, because crushing prison is also very cool. And then Entropy. Weakness. The caster drains a target of energy, inflicting penalties to attack and defense, as well as reducing its movement speed unless it passes a physical resistance check. Vulnerability Hex. The target suffers a hex that inflicts penalties to cold resistance, electricity resistance, fire resistance, nature resistance, and spirit resistance. Affliction Hex is the next one up we could get. A contagious hex inflicts penalties to cold resistance, electricity resistance. Is that not the same? Oh, but it's contagious, so multiple people can get it. And all of the enemies nearby. So it's that, but bigger. Okay, I see. Disorient. The caster engages in subtle mental manipulation that disorients the target for a short time, making the target a less effective combatant by inflicting penalties to attack and defense. You also have Horror. The caster forces a target to cower in fear, unable to move unless it passes a mental resistance check. Targets already asleep when the spell is cast cannot resist its effect and take massive spirit damage. I love that. That's so cool. Drain life. The caster creates a sinister bond with the target, draining its life energy in order to heal the caster. Death magic. While active, the caster draws in nearby entropic energy, draining residual life force from any dead enemy nearby to heal the caster. Oh, I am tempted to get that. That's sick. There's other things like Walking Bomb that we can get. The caster magically injects a target with corrosive poison that inflicts continual nature damage. If the target dies while the effect is still active, it explodes, damaging all targets nearby. Although this spell is related to Virulent Walking Bomb, the magic behind the two does not interact. A target cannot be infected with both, which is that one. Mana Drain. The caster creates a parasitic bond with a spell-casting target, absorbing a small amount of mana from it. This stuff's really cool because when you get to like Mana Clash and stuff, it can absolutely smash some of the other mages on the battlefield, particularly the... oh my god, what are they called? The Darkspawn mages that I can't think of the name of right now. And then Spell Shield. While this ability is active, any hostile spell targeted at the caster has a 75% chance of being absorbed into the Fey, draining mana instead. Once all mana has been depleted, the shield collapses. Yeah, they get a small bonus in spell power with that one. Glyph of Paralysis is a glyph that paralyzes. Heroic Offense. The caster enhances an ally's aptitude in battle. Yeah, I'll leave all of these in creation for win. So Arcane Bolt. The caster fires a sphere of magical energy at an enemy, dealing moderate spirit damage. Here's the thing, because then you can get Arcane Shield, which is a protective shield, and gives bonus to defense, which is good. Star Focus then has the character has specialized in direct attacks using a mage staff, gaining a permanent bonus to damage from basic attacks. And then the mage has gained a keen familiarity with the arcane arts, granting a permanent bonus to spell power. It's those two that I want just for that little up, but there's too many other cool things that we can get. That's probably when my first ever playthrough of Dragon Age Origins was a mage, and I feel like the skill tree in this is really cool because you have like entropy, spirit, creation, primal, and then all the others, like the specializations. I think it's really cool how it's set out, and I think these trees are probably some of my favorite in Dragon Age Origins versus the others. I think Inquisition makes it quite simple. Dragon Age 2 isn't too bad. I think they've still got some of the cool things. Like I like the entropy side of things because it's obviously not blood magic, but it is a form of magic that is quite almost feels sinister. And then you don't really get that in Inquisition, unfortunately. And you get some pretty cool stuff in the Veilguard, but I don't think anything really is as cool as Dragon Age Origins' plethora of spells. I'm really interested in death magic, simply to keep Morrigan alive, but I can't go up to Sleep and Waking Nightmare. This stuff is really cool, and I'm thinking I might keep Morrigan in the entropy and primal area. Should I get a rock armor? Should I get a flame blast? I think we're good. I think I'm going to stick with my gut instinct and go for death magic. Yes. Nice. Well, that all being said and done, you, sir. Dunno, actually, what I want to do is, so that it's...
If you must.
Oh, sorry, that was a moment in time. We don't even have it on here. Can you turn on... Nope, I need your sustain spells. Can you turn on... Oh, do I want that on? I was thinking, how much does this take out of your mana? Not too much. Is it worth it? How much does... I've done it again. This one take out. Quite a bit. Let's turn that off. Let's turn...
Surely there are better uses for our time.
I think I'll just turn both of those off for now. And I'm an R about that. Okay, Denal, what do you want?
Yes? What can I do for you?
Well, nothing for now.
Very well.
Just been doing some interesting level ups and testing out some spells and seeing how much mana they take up, and also stealing all your stuff. Don't even worry about it. Hope you have a good night, sir. Alright, so Perth. Let's continue on. Oh, hang on. We're just going to go over a banter bridge.
You ate my entire bag of herbs, you foolish dog. Do not think I am unaware of where it went. 'Tis your own fault for being so entirely gluttonous. Several of those herbs were poisonous. You should be pleased they did not kill you. Do not be ridiculous. I am certainly not going to give you more, even if I did have more to give. Oh, you have some nerve, creature, and your breath leaves much to be desired. Off you go. We shall see. I promise nothing.
Morrigan, you're going to fall in love with Elganon, I can tell. His wily ways. Alright, up we go. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, Sir Perth.
Greetings to you. I was curious about the stranger Bantigan placed in charge of our defense, but now I see his reasoning. You are obviously far from ordinary.
That's
I
nice.
must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
I don't care what you call me. Call me Grey Warden, for that's what I am. Call me whatever you would call a human. Call me Amara if you would. I can understand that this point is meant to be like, treat me like you would treat anybody else. But I also don't think she want to have the connotation that she ever wants to be addressed as if she is a human. I think she would literally say one, I don't care what you call me.
I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with fortune in the Maker's favour, perhaps all is not yet lost.
Is there anything I can do to help? Have you considered using the oil in the village store? Yeah, I found that. Some questions for you. You mentioned something about an urn. Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Is there anything I can do to help? I don't like the wording of this question, but we do have to ask anyway, so is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I think she would roll her eyes at that. Because I find it interesting that she can't have like a rebuttal to that of like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because it's like for her, she cares about the elven gods. Obviously, those are her gods. She doesn't care about human gods. She doesn't understand. Well, it's not that she doesn't understand. She just disagrees with the idea of like Andraste and the Maker and everything else like that. I think she could understand the want to have your religious entity give you like to get hope or a blessing through that. But yeah, I just don't know if... I just find it so interesting that there's not like a rebuttal of, no, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Where can I get supplies? I already know. Tell me what's happened here. You mentioned something about an urn. Tell me about the quest. I want to discuss something else. Tell me about the quest of for the sacred urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him. We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Isle sick with? Why did the Isle lesser believe anyone could find the urn? Can no one find the other knights and bring them back? So the knights left the castle defenseless. Just what was the Isle sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Isle lesser believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Isle lesser believe anyone could find the urn?
The Isle once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
I don't think there's anything else, but I want to discuss something else. No, carry on.
Make her watch over you then. It will be a difficult battle to come.
Okay, well, apparently I don't have much of a choice but to go down there and...
Word from the castle? No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter. Some have spoken of the Darkspawn rising to the south. We could save this village, only to have it invaded in a matter of weeks.
Hey, you're not wrong. But it's a little longer than that. I believe this goes for a year. Oh, Andraste's Grace. We'll take that gift for Leliana. And also, you gotta go piss on a tree, my guy. Landmark tree. Nicely done. Okay. There's no need to go into the windmill just yet, but we'll grab that. What a cool vista. A nice view. Alrighty, let's go check if there's anything up this way that is of interest. I don't think there is, but there's nothing wrong with a sneak peek. Hello?
Greetings, miss. No monster sightings yet. There's still time before sundown, though.
Can I go to Redcliffe Castle yet? Oh my god! I didn't realise you can actually go this far. I guess we can't go in, though.
Are you daft?
Where are all the baddies, eh? Well, you know. Didn't realise. I thought the militia was going to stop me. There you go. Ain't that interesting? A bit of fun. You, Thomas? You still out here? Chilling out? Hi, Thomas.
I can't believe how relieved I was to hear you're helping us. Maybe we do have a chance tonight.
What are you doing? Why are you patting your face? That was... you're a bit insane, my guy. Guess I've already picked up everything here. Okay, alright. Sick. I think that's everything? Oh, no it's not. I have to go and do Sir Perth's bloody quest. I find it quite interesting that I couldn't say like, no, this is ridiculous, why would I do this? But anyway, I might still be able to have that choice. What do you have to say for yourself, Lloyd?
Well, I'm here. I'm cold. I'm certainly gonna die. Hope you're as amused as Murdoch is.
I most certainly am. I didn't even know that you could get him to fight. What a lovely turn of events. Okay, alright. Hello.
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Not doing it for you. Is there a reason I shouldn't help be grateful when we win the battle? I have my own reasons to be here. I cannot stand by while monsters attack the helpless. I don't need a human's god's gratitude. I think I should say 5. I don't need a human god's gratitude.
The Maker smiles on those who aid his children, regardless of their beliefs. But I do not wish to irritate you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
I don't want your blessing. Just how safe is the chantry? Sir Perth needs holy protection. Just how safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
Hey look, I've got an army outside. I've gotten everyone signed up for this. Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Can't you just bless them? Well, you're not praying hard enough then. Yeah, you tell him, Amara. What do you mean? Can't you just bless them? I think she'd just say, can't you just bless them?
I can pray with them and give them my blessing. But Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil. He refuses to accept there is no such thing. I am no mage, and the Maker will not intervene with his power no matter how strong one's faith may be.
Sorry, everyone. Just snapping my neck on camera. Don't worry about it. Felt good though. Are you saying the Maker has no power? So what does protect against such evil? What is the harm in giving them hope? He will simply have to do without them. Are you saying the Maker has no power?
Of course not. The Maker could do whatever he wished, but he does not provide protection against evil just because one thinks he should. The Maker turned his back on us long ago for mankind's folly. We must earn his grace, not demand it.
That sounds like a convenient excuse. Are you saying Sir Perth is presumptuous? He helps those who help themselves, so you will not help the knights. So the Maker turned his back on us long ago for mankind's folly. We know about that. We must earn his grace, not demand it. Sounds like a convenience excuse. Are you saying Sir Perth is presumptuous? He helps those who help themselves, so you will not help the knights. I'm trying to think of Amara's position on this. Obviously, she doesn't really care about humans' beliefs, because she's got her own beliefs as a Dalish elf, and the Dalish gods that are the Evernuris, who are awful. But anyway, she doesn't know about that, and in this world, we don't know about this. So saying something like that sounds like a convenient excuse. I don't know. I think, yeah, we'll say one. That sounds like a convenient excuse.
Does it? The Maker created everything you see. It is we who owe him, not the other way around.
Yeah, so what does protect against such evil? What is the harm in giving them hope? He will simply have to do without them. So what does protect against such evil?
I do not know. Certainly nothing that isn't tainted with the very foul magic Sir Perth seeks protection from.
Foul magic?
I simply mean it would take the same type of power to affect these monsters that created them in the first place. I would no sooner trust that power in our hands than I would anywhere else. We are better off trusting in our faith and fighting for our lives.
I don't think we'll come to that. And dying?
There are worse things than dying, child.
God, what I wouldn't give to just say this. What is the harm in giving them hope? But I think she would literally say he will simply have to do without them. Because, like, I don't know if she's desperate. Like, they either, like, how much is she pushing this? She doesn't believe it. She doesn't... What are her feelings on this? Sometimes I feel so confident that I know about my own character that I'm creating, and then other times I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. What does she want? What is she going to say? What is the harm in giving them hope? I think the thing is that I feel like the essence of this is really pushing for help to support the knights in this fight. But I don't think she, again, similar to the smithy, she didn't try and push so hard to get him to work. Like, she wasn't going to make the promise of finding Valena because she didn't care about that. And instead, because he was being so like the way that he was, she just went, you know what, you're just going to die. It's the same for like Lloyd and everyone else. Like, you got to help, and if you don't, well, too bad, I'm going to kill you anyway because you're wasting my time. In this instance, she's probably not going to kill the revered mother. You can't anyway. I don't think she's going to say this question or ask this question of what is the harm in giving them hope? Because for her, it's like, well, you just got to do it. So he will simply have to do without them.
Indeed. I know Sir Perth means well, but I will not lie to him about something so important.
I should go.
May the Maker watch over you, child.
All right. I feel okay with that. Do you have anything more to say, Ben?
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news.
I'll see what I can do.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
My friend. Ain't that nice. You have nothing to say, you have nothing to say. Up to the village, please. Okay, I think... Alright, where's Berwick? Are you down here somewhere? My elven friend? Well, not really elven friend. Oh, you're dressed up and ready to go. There you are, Berwick. Hello.
I can't believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up in all this.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever had Lloyd fight. I don't have any feelings. I mean, when I do this fight, I try to make sure that as many people survive as possible. I don't know if, like, having Lloyd is, like, automatic, like... Oops, wrong button. Automatic death for him. Anything? Nope. But I hold no care in the world for his life, so... Alright, sir. Too bad, so sad.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Oh, good. You said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Nothing! She does not believe she can help you.
I see. Then I suppose we must simply rely on our own prayers. The Maker will not help us. Thank you for your efforts. We shall fight on, nevertheless.
Yes, that's right. What is your status?
We retrieved more oil from the village store. It is ready to use as our first line of defense, as you suggested. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Yup. Carry on.
Maker watch over you then. It will be a difficult battle to come.
I'm pretty sure I have to speak to Murdoch to get this started. But I can't wait to find out that I was meant to talk to Sir Perth, but I'm pretty sure I'm happy with where we're at. Sup, Murdoch?
We're still sorting through the equipment you found in Owen's shop. It may be enough. It's hard to say.
I like you all dressed up. I don't want to talk about Dwin, but I'm interested to know what you say about this.
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
Oh, that's good. Alright. I want to discuss something else.
There's not much time before sundown.
No, and I think I'm ready to stand. So let's get underway. I am ready to make my stand. Let's wait for sundown.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
No, I'm good. I'm ready. Let's go.
Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
Alrighty, let's get some fighting in. Bets in on if my first shot is a miss. I'd say it's 100% chance.
They're coming. Get to your positions. Make ready.
It's time, men.
Alright.
Know that we fight for the Maker and our hour.
Thanks, Sir Perth. I'm wondering, am I supposed to do something with the fire? Oh, I don't know.
Like the traps.
Why does the unnatural smell so
Let's go. Oh, I cannot believe it. I actually... Do you have... Just wondering what I can do with you. Throw a vulnerability hex over there, will you? Thank you. Off you go. Leave me alone. Okay. Alright, sir. I don't like you being right in front of me. I can't believe... I probably have missed and I just haven't seen it, but... I have not personally seen myself miss yet, and that is exciting. How are we going health-wise? We're pretty happy. Everyone is good. Get that guy. We're doing so well. Look at us go. Why are these guys just standing around? Huh? How are we going? All of my characters are pretty happy. Why am I... Oh, I guess I got hit. I was like, why am I not healing? Because we don't heal in the midst of battle. That's fine. Sten's doing okay. You're probably in the fire, which probably isn't good. But it seems like the fire's not hitting them, so that's okay. Alright. Don't hit Oregon. That's not allowed.
And I'm off. Yes.
Sick. We win?
The monsters are attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Okay. Knight, stay here and guard the
We need to
path.
hurry!
Alright, well, I need to, once it saves, pick up this. Oh, you were up here. No wonder that was so easy. Anything else I can pick up over here? No? Okay. No looting. See you later.
Be wary. There must be others lurking about.
Onwards we go. Dun, 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 dun. Jesus, we're saving every 2 seconds. I know there'll be no banter. I'll quickly level you up, Elganon, actually, while we're here. We'll give you some strength, we'll give you some constitution, we'll give you some dexterity, shall we, boy? Yeah, sure, let's go. It was as simple as that. I am here.
More of these? Well, alright then.
Alright, everyone, let's go.
And I'm off. Alright. Yes. Going. Yes. And I'm off. It's your time to die! Yes.
We're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how we're going here. Nicely done, everyone. How's Lloyd doing? Is he smacking them with pans by any chance? He's hoping everybody lives. If we don't, we don't. We're all giving it our best shot, I guess. Oh, we're going into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the... Hang on, hang on. Oh, okay, you're not coming to get me? That's fine. Alright, cool. I'm being blocked and I'm missing. Oh! Oh, no, militiaman! Oh, I'll take all your shit. That's fine. It's not really what I wanted to do just then. Is everybody still doing alright? Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh, hang on. You, Morrigan, help this guy out, please. Oh shit, okay, we've got the daggers out, let's go! Oi, oi, hey, let's go! In the back, in the back, in the back, in the back. Get him, get him. Oh, get him. Get him. Oh, I'm coming for you, militiaman! Got him. Oh my god. We had so much control and now everybody's dead. We were doing so well until we weren't. Oh, hey. Morrigan's doing just fine, I'm sure. She's got brain life going on at the moment. She's also got her stuff going on. We are happy as Larry, I'm sure of it. We are just fine. We are just... Oh my gosh. Have a health poultice. Thank you. Ooh. I see the problem. Everyone's dead. So, except for the one militiaman. I'm coming for you, militiaman. I'm helping. I'm here to help. We're doing just fine. I don't particularly care about the fact that people have died. We have done our best. Okay. Stop. Okay, okay, okay. We were doing so well until we weren't. Jesus, it's forever, doesn't it? Come on. Oh, hang on. I'm about to die. Thank Christ, that's over. But, everyone died. FYI. I'm sure that's fine. Sorry, Thomas. Oops. That's alright.
Dawn arrives, and we survive the night. We are victorious.
Oh, look at Elganon sitting there like a good boy.
And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, dear lady. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
There is still much more to do, Bantig, and I was happy to help defend the village. I hope we'll be discussing rewards soon. Yes, you're welcome. I think she would say 1, to be honest. She's not going to discuss a reward. There's still much more to do.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
Oops.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
Remain silent.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
That's alright, I got some people I want to talk to first. Oh my good gracious, was that crazy town? Everybody died. Find it so funny how they don't refer to, like, not Thomas. It's upsetting about Thomas. Thomas deserved to be mentioned. That Lloyd didn't get a mention. That is so funny. Anyway, let's move me back to my bow and arrow. I think we did okay. Nobody died. We only had a few health poultices used, I believe. And yeah, we survived. Nobody died. Can I pick up any of that loot that was lying around? No. Well, a lot of people died. But that's okay. And you know what? Murdoch. It is what it is. Okay. Sten. Your first level up, I think, since you've been in the party. So let's see. Which one do you end up getting? I think you get Berserker, or do you get Revo? I don't remember. Anyway. We'll worry about specializations when we get to that point. With that in mind, we're going to give you some strength. And some willpower for stamina, maybe? Okay, so what have you actually got? You've got powerful and threatened. So powerful is through training and hard work, the warrior has gained greater health and reduced the fatigue penalty for wearing armor. And threaten, the warrior adopts a challenging posture that increases enemy hostility with each melee attack, drawing them away from other allies while this mode is active. And then you've also got precise striking. The warrior tries to make each attack count, sacrificing attack speed for a bonus to attack as well as an increased chance to score critical hits for as long as this mode is active. Taunt, a mocking bellow catches the attention of nearby foes, increasing their hostility toward the warrior. Frightening appearance increases the effect. So we could get bravery. Why can't I get you? Oh, because you need dexterity. That's fine. Bravery. The warrior's unwavering courage grants bonuses to damage, physical resistance, and mental resistance, as well as a bonus to critical chance that increases proportionally to the number of enemies above 2 that the warrior is engaging. Could be good. And you're a two-handed fellow, so you've got Pommel Strike, which instead of going for the fatal attack an enemy expects, the player strikes out with a weapon's blunt end, knocking the opponent to the ground unless it passes a physical resistance check. Indomitable. Through sheer force of will, the character remains in control on the battlefield, gaining a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun or knockdown effects for the duration of this mode. So sustained? Yeah, okay. Sunder Arms. The character attempts to hinder a target's ability to fight back rather than going directly for a killing blow. Unless the target passes a physical resistance check, it suffers a penalty to attack for a short time. Mighty Blow. The character puts extra weight and effort behind a single strike, gaining a bonus to attack. If it hits, the blow deals critical damage and imposes a penalty to movement speed unless the target passes a physical resistance check. Powerful Swings. While in this mode, the character puts extra muscle behind each swing, gaining a bonus to damage but suffering penalties to attack and defense. Two-handed Strength reduces the penalties to attack and defense. And then two-handed Strength. So I could get that already. The character has learned to wield two-handed weapons more effectively, reducing the penalties to attack and defense from powerful swings. I think it's useful to get that, but what are these? Shattering blows, as the character is as adept at destruction as at death. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. The character is as adept at destruction as at death and gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. I reckon I'll grab this one. Fabulous. Now me! Okay. Now I've had to think about what I want to get for Amara as a specialization. It won't be duelist. I mean, I spent a lot of that battle with using dual weapons, and that was only because it got switched over while I switched over to Morrigan to do something, so it goes, but it was a bit of fun, you know, going between the two. I don't think I'm doing such a bad job. I just know I have to get behind the characters to do that. It's a bit of fun. I do probably need to get some AoE attacks though, but like even in that moment I was thinking, like, with all the enemies around all of the friendly like the friendlies, I would have just friendly fired all of them and they all would have died anyway, so it wouldn't have been useful anywho, so that's fine. Anyway, so I probably won't get duelist, so I'm thinking I'm going to get ranger or assassin. I say I had a thought about this, not a very deep thought, because I have this problem where even when I make decisions, you might have noticed by now, even when I make decisions, I then doubt my choices. Why can't I have all of them? I don't particularly want to be a bard. I'll leave that to Liliana. Assassin, I think, would be fun. Ranger makes sense. Duelist, I think I'm going to get ranger just out of the fact that it makes sense for my character. And that was what I had decided I was going to do anyway. So ranger it is. I'm going to get dexterity and cunning. I think I'll put 2 into cunning. Alright. Now I can either go for master coercion or I do some of this other stuff. Now I want to get survival up for when I get to oh, see, I have poison, but I don't have herbalism. Someone needs to have herbalism so I can make health potions. I think Morrigan already has that. Or maybe Wynn does? Anyway. But I do want to get survival up. I think it makes sense for my daily shelf to have survival, but I also want her to be able to help the Huller, so I'm going to get survival. As much as I want to up this, we're going to go straight into this. So improve survival, please. Alright. So what can I get? Coup de grace. When a target is incapacitated, the opportunistic rogue strikes where it hurts the most, inflicting automatic backstabs against stunned or paralyzed targets. Wouldn't that be useful? Deadly strike. The rogue makes a swift strike at a vulnerable area on the target, dealing normal damage but getting a bonus to armor penetration. Yes, so it is cunning so that you can get that. Oh, what can I do here? Summon wolf! Ooh, the ranger calls a great forest wolf to fight alongside the party. That would be fun. And then I can summon a bear, summon a spider. Hey, 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 it's kind of like shapeshifter. That's fun. I've already done that. Dual striking, dual weapon sweep might be fun. Don't really have anything more for... I don't really... Do I have... So there's not like rain of arrows or anything like that, it seems like. For some reason I thought there was like a rain of arrows shot. Guess not, that's fine. Geez, I wish I could get more talents. I'm thinking I'll get mechanical expertise. Just so I can unlock that damn chest. And then I'll probably get one of these. Oh, it's so difficult. Okay, alright. Just get that. Accept the choices. We need to go find that chest. Wherever that chest was. Let me in. Thank you.
Success.
Dwarven armor. Thank you. I hope you all understand that when I refer to dwarfs, all because of that funny guy. Oh, hello. Were you there this whole time? Probably not. But yeah, after that guy in the first episode referred to dwarves as dwarves. Probably wasn't the first episode, it might have been the second episode. In Ostagar, dwarves are now dwarves. So that's just how it is. Alrighty, we're going to talk to someone. I don't know who to talk to in here. Just want to see how people are feeling. What's going on, Mother Hannah?
There are many gone.
Alright, I don't care. Anything from you?
Good day.
No, you're just upset. Nothing for you. You're not going to give me anything.
You saved us.
Oh.
I can't believe we're alive. And it's
Do I get the key now?
over.
I can't. You saved us. I can't believe we're alive. There's still Darkspawn to deal with. It's not over yet.
That's what everyone is saying. We might have to evacuate the village if those Darkspawn come closer. It just seems so horrible. With Mother and Father both gone, I suppose they'll send us to an orphanage, maybe separated. At least we're both
Give
alive.
me your damn
I
key!
won't forget what you did, though. Neither of us will. Thank you.
God damn it. Why do you have to go to an orphanage? Yes, yes, off you go already. You're quite welcome. Yes, yes, off you go already.
We should leave now, I suppose. There's a wagon taking us north, and I don't want to miss it. Farewell.
God damn it. Alright, we live with the consequences of our actions. We're not getting a bloody key. That's fine. We're not getting that thing. Alright. Caravan down. Sister Gazelle posts. Unfortunate news has arrived that the Darkspawn have extended their incursion into areas previously thought safe for travel. A runner from a border caravan brings word that they are knowingly passed into infested territory and were being tracked by several unseen creatures. He was dispatched to seek help and does not know the fate of his fellows or the viability of the trade route. Travellers in the area are urged to be cautious. Any with the ability to rescue or determine the status of the troubled group will be rewarded. Brothers and sons. Sister Rana posts on behalf of her neighbours. The Darkspawn incursions in the south have made for difficult communication, even through official means. The relatives of the conscripts in Company East Hill have beseeched me to deliver word of their brothers and sons. I have no means to do so, but can point a traveller of stout heart in the proper direction of their recent engagement. To any who are able to find their loved ones, I offer what silver they have been able to entrust to the board, as well as the sincerest gratitude of the Chantry. I have a feeling I didn't read that quite right, but that's okay, we'll accept it. No need to read it again. A runner sends this request from Knight Commander Thames, or Thames, however you like that to be pronounced. While the reports I have heard no doubt suffer from exaggeration, the observed creatures assaulting Redcliffe trouble me greatly. If we are to properly combat these unnatural agents and prevent their reoccurrence, the mages bound to my service will require carefully prepared samples of flesh for study. Therefore, should a deployment occur, we will be well briefed. If there are skilled warriors present, I would have them gather samples from any remaining creatures as close to the presumed source as possible. The Chantry will reward this basic assistance with spiritual acknowledgement. If the request is exceeded, gold will be added, but the offer is limited. Desperate Haven, but I imagine this is not Haven? Sister Rana has heard reports of an imminent tragedy. A runner has brought me dire news of a group of refugees fleeing the Darkspawn. They have been cornered in unfamiliar ground, fighting for their lives. The Templars are necessarily occupied, and my own means are few and stretched. If someone of skill has the ability to deliver these people, I can only offer the honest gratitude of myself and of the Chantry. Hopefully that will be enough for the rare person we need. I will accept all of those fetch quests and do what I can. And this is going to be another one of those, aren't they? Yes, Blackstone. More things to do. Because they're easy enough to just complete pretty quickly, but with the ones where it's like if you can go there and you go and you fight Darkspawn or fight whatever incursions, and there are groups of people that you have to try and save or at least make an effort to keep them alive, after Redcliffe I don't think that is in our wheelhouse, to be honest. But that's fine as long as we survive. I think that's the one thing that makes me go, at least I'm role-playing a character that probably doesn't care, you know? Whereas all the characters I've played before, would have cared, and I probably would have restarted and replayed and reloaded a save to make sure everybody survived. But in this instance, I don't think Amara cares, and that's perfect. Very cool, calm, and collected playthrough in that regards. No regrets. Alright, Blackstone Irregulars box. Alright, scraping the barrel. My friend, there are a number of people who pledge to aid the Blackstone Irregulars in times of need. Those times are now. Here you will find 3 letters of conscription. Deliver them to the people listed below and return to the Irregulars for your payment. Should any of these people refuse, do what you must to get them to honour their oaths. Conscripts. Durnall! I know who I need to go talk to. Durnall, Garrus, and Redcliffe. Patrick, Rich, and Lothering. I don't think I can go back to Lothering. Was I supposed to pick this up earlier? We'll see what we can do. Varel Ban, Denerim. Interesting. Dereliction of duty. My friend, the Irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies, crucial to the Irregulars' future as a supplier of... I thought that said marital. Supplier of martial services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit and bring the supplies back as proof that the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no questions as to your methods or the final condition of the deserters. Use your own discretion. You will likely find them in the following locations. Samael, not Samuel, but Samael, Lake Calamad, Layson, Denerim, Taunus, Frostback Mountains, and Grease the Wheels. My friend, I have a task that requires some tact and discretion, and I think you're perfect for the job. The Blackstone Irregulars cannot survive without the patronage of the nobles, mages, and other groups who retain our services. For that work to continue, however, we have to ensure that people are looking out for our interests. To that end, I ask you to make a trip to Denerim and pass on our appreciation to certain individuals. Return when you are done, and I'll see that you are rewarded. Your friend, Tehran. Nice. Okay. Oh, we even got some codex entries for that. Nice. Okay, with all that said and done, who do I want to go talk to before we close up? I don't want to go to Bantegan yet. We'll finish up the episode before we do that, I reckon. We'll wait until the next episode. A doomsayer! Hello?
Repent your sins before death! Beg for the Maker's divine forgiveness!
Yes! You need to stop that right now. Please calm down, you're hysterical. Have you repented your sins? I'll leave you to your ranting. You need to stop that right now.
I cannot. It is my sacred duty. Magic is everywhere. Everywhere. The time to repent has come.
Find someplace else to rant, or else... Let me put you out of your misery! I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
At long last, the end has come. Oh, I am ready.
Let's go! Every time I hear that kind of like twang sound, it just reminds me of all those memes. Sorry, Doomsayer, but we've got to do that at least once per episode, it feels like. Not to a Doomsayer, but to someone. I don't think there's anything in the blacksmithy of interest, because I've already killed the people in there. Let's go check on... We could probably go talk to Dwin. I don't think he has anything of interest to really say. We'll then go and speak to Bella and finish that up. Sell some stuff, and then we'll go into reading time, I believe. Hello. Oh, did you lose a friend? Oh, I'm so sorry that you lost a mate.
Some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place.
Oh. Why is that? What do you intend to do now? Thank you for helping. I could use your help with the Darkspawn. You're still alive? Lucky. I could use your help with the Darkspawn. Maybe? I don't think she would ask. Why is that?
Constant fighting. A warrior's life there is blood, ash, and dust. Though I'm not sure who's dirtier. These creatures are Darkspawn.
What do you intend to do now?
Rebuild. Same thing I intended to do before. Except this time, there's more humans left alive to help. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. for about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero, or something.
Yeah. Sorry about you losing your fellow thug, though. That's unfortunate. Would it be unlocked? I'm gonna check. Would I be that lucky? Ah, damn
Don't
it.
think so.
Do you think the key's hidden anywhere? No, I don't think so. Oh well. So it goes. Really interested about that Lothering fellow. I didn't think you could go to Lothering. Anyway, children, don't look at the Doomsayer. Don't worry about it. He got what he got. Oh, we'll go to Bella, we'll talk to Bella, we'll sell some stuff, and then we'll go and sort out Durnal. Get that, and then close off the episode, I reckon, with reading time. I think that's what we're gonna do. It feels right. Oh, my goodness gracious. Everybody is standing. Is everybody celebrating? I can't believe all of you survived.
I don't think I'll ever understand what
Oh,
those things
gossips.
were. And I don't want to. It's dark magic, all of it.
They'll stop
I'm
those
only glad we
darkspawn
came
soon
through it
enough.
all.
Just you watch.
So many words said. Bella, come talk to me. Are you zooming around still?
I admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did.
Ah, I'm in no mood to chat.
Got it. Sorry. Anything I can get you?
I should go. I just need to
Good
do
luck
some
to you then.
inventory management first. I need to choose what is going to go in junk, so give me 2 seconds. Upon reflection, and what I should have realised is I can't sell, because it'll all be for free, and I ain't just giving stuff away. So, inventory has been managed to a point, but nothing sold. Spoken to Bella. Let's sort out Donal, whatever his name is. Get the money from Blackstone Irregulars, and let's get into reading time. So let's skedaddle on over to this fella. Hello.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Alright, that's done. That's it for this episode. From a playing perspective, we are now going to go into reading time for the codex entries. And I think there were quite a few codexes that we picked up. I don't know if we're going to have any mind-blowing moments like we did in the last episode, but we shall see. So let's have a look, see what we picked up. So we got something in creatures, which is the corpse. To anyone who doubts the wickedness of blood magic, I say, with your own hands, strike down the corpses of your own brothers who have fallen in battle to a Malefica. Then we may discuss morality. Knight Commander Benedictus, in a letter to the Divine in 546 Exalted. The walking dead are not, as the superstitious are wont to believe, the living come back for revenge. They are rather corpses possessed by demons. The shambling corpse, controlled by a demon of sloth, causes its enemies to become weak and fatigued. Corpses possessed by rage demons go berserk and simply wade into their opponents mindlessly. Devouring corpses are held by hunger demons and feed upon the living. The more powerful demons rarely deign to possess a dead host. I think that's probably it for creatures. Yes, cool. Alright, now culture and history. Oh, okay, so it's not any of these ones, so let's have a look-see. History for Eldon Chapter 2, I doubt is it. Nope. Lake Calenhad, that's a new one. Alright, the waters of Lake Calenhad are steeped in legends. The Avar people say that it was once the site of Belanas, the mountain which stood at the centre of the world, from which Korth the Mountain Father surveyed the earth and sky, but it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Skies saw that Belanas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The Tevinters believed that the waters of Lake Calenhad were blessed by Razakal, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This was why they built the great tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping that the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of King Calenhad, which gives the place its name. It is said that Calenhad Thayrin spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the Fomari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of mail armor of the circle gave to Calenhad. In that armor, made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. From Thedas, Myths and Legends by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. That's really cool. I like how, as we can see here, like with the Avar people, the Devinters, and then you have Ferelden, how different cultures have different stories of what it means for land or how things came to be. I think one of my favorite questions to ask whenever, I go to different countries and places like that, when I get the opportunity to speak to people, whether it be elders or significant people in those areas, to ask about like their stories, and like similar to not like nursery rhymes and stuff like that, but I'm always interested to hear about kind of their children's story still isn't the right thing, but those types of stories where you learn about some of their some of the learnings that they kind of give through their stories. And I always find it so interesting where, like, for example, for the Avar, there's a story in relation to the lake in regards to Belenas and a mountain, and then the Lady of the Skies reigned and made the lake. Like, that's a really cool story. The Devinters talk about Razakal and the powers of that lake, and then Ferelden with the chain links of Calenhad's armor. It's very interesting, and that's why, like, as I said, when I go and I ask those questions when I travel, it's always interesting to hear the types of stories that you hear. It's like those like fables, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I always find it so interesting, and I like seeing that as well in video games as well, when you get to see like how different people or cultures view different parts of the world. So I really like that little codex in how it explains that, because as I said, I find it so interesting. Lothering we don't need to read. Ostagar we don't have to read. Redcliffe we have already read. Grey Wardens we've read. Cool. Let's just check, shall we? Rather than getting too ahead of ourselves. Is there anything else in there? No, there's not. Cool. Alright. Books and songs. Ballad of Aisley. I won't be singing. The wind that stirs their shallow graves carries their song across the sands. Heed our words, hear our cry, the grey are sworn, in peace we lie. Heed our words, hear our cry, our names recalled, we cannot die. When darkness comes and swallows light, heed our words and we shall ride. From the Ballad of Aisley, said to have been written up to the Battle of Aisley, which ended the Fourth Blight. 520 Exalted. So one of the Dragon Age books that I've got, which is The Last Flight, I'm pretty sure is based off of the Fourth Blight, and I'm trying to dip into my memories if I can remember the Battle of Aisley, because obviously if this is the same blight that I'm thinking of, which was the blight that ended the Griffins and through the poisoning of the Griffins of Darkspawn, like the Darkspawn taint, which really is such a cool lore building thing. And reading I got to Last Flight, that book in the Dragon Age series, just as I had, I was playing the Veilguard at the same time, and it was when you basically learn about, oh god, I'm having such a mental blank. But anyway, the big lore drop about the Griffins and stuff was when I started reading, and I just, my mind was blown. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm reading this while learning about this at the same time in the Veilguard. Crazy times. But obviously, in the Calling, you hear about the fight that ends the Blight. And if it's the Fourth Blight, then obviously that links in with this, assuming that's the case. But for all intents and purposes, my brain is pulling out blanks for the Ballad of Aisley, or the Battle of Aisley. So I'm going to probably spend a bit of time looking at that book after this to see if that's the case, and I'll report back in the next episode if there's anything that comes to mind. See if I'm even correct in saying that was the same thing. But anyway, on to The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. I imagine there'll be a Chapter 2. I would almost suggest that the Chapter 2 may be at the Lake Calenhad when we go to the Circle of Magi. So prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Tainers, I assume I'm saying that right, Tainers, that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted. I expected him... Why did I think he was like a before the divine type situation? Like before Andraste? I don't know. Anyway, Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Foreignan, who made Calenhad his squire and dog handler. As the tale goes, Sir Foreignan and his squire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Mirrodin was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Foreignan's own lord, a young fool of an Arl named Tenedor, no older than Calenhad, was besieged by Mirrodin's forces at his castle, today known as Westhill. When Mirrodin called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor, in the parley party. Calenhad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honour. Much to Tenedor's and Sir Foreignan's dismay, Calenhad immediately identified himself to Arl Mirrodin. Oops, I need some water. Ooh, sorry. When asked by the Arl why he was here, Calenhad explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Arl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Calenhad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Calenhad impressed Mirrodin and his allies by saying that he was. Mirrodin offered Calenhad a place as his own squire, but Calenhad refused, stating that if Mirrodin had planned on betraying the right to parley, he was no man of honour. Mirrodin allies laughed at that, and Mirrodin himself conceded that Calenhad had a point. He allowed Calenhad to return to the castle safely and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Foreignan were killed, but Calenhad found himself in one-on-one combat with Mirrodin. In front of all of Mirrodin's allies, Calenhad defeated the Arl and commanded he call off his armies. The Arl asked Calenhad who he professed to serve now, if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Calenhad replied that he would do as his honour bade him to, for he had nothing else. You are not a man known for your honour, Calenhad said, but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, and so now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people lived by honour, we would learn to trust each other long enough to live together. And with that, Calenhad withdrew his sword. I am humbled by your words, Lord Mirrodin told Calenhad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Mirrodin pledged allegiance to Calenhad, who he named Terran and ruler of Tenedor's lands. From Legend of Calenhad by Brother Heron, Chantry Scribe 810 Blessed. There were a lot of names and words in that I struggled with, and I probably didn't pronounce all of them right, but hey, you get the gist. It's a pretty cool little story though. I'm interested to know what Chapter 2 holds, which I imagine will be the part where Calenhad becomes king. Cautionary tales for the adventurous. It was then that he realised he wasn't alone. Oh, that's where it begins, okay. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life so long ago when he was happy. Running on the sunflower Running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, laying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like darkspawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would see in his life, a shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment he felt relief. You can't lose something you never had, but being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. All right. I won't kink shame. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly all sorrow left him, and with it the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. From the Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Guillermo, 794 Storm. Firstly, this is a really good foreshadowing for the Brazilian forest, because obviously you can find the campsite that's there. You get that feeling of warmth and everything else, and then you can't leave, you fall asleep, you wake up, it's all bones everywhere, and you have to kill the wraith. You do not have a choice to kiss the wraith, though. You don't have that choice. So anyway, whatever floats your boat, I guess. If you wanted to bloody kiss the wraith, do what you want, I guess. I ain't here to kink shame. Alright, is there any more books and songs? No. Okay, on to notes. Berwick's letter. Berwick, oh, rest in peace. I imagine he died, because everybody did. Berwick, we need your eyes and ears in Redcliffe. Stay in the village, keep your head down and watch the castle. Report any changes and you will be well paid. A tattered shopping list. Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for grandpa's flatulence. Ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge or lesion. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. I love little things like this. It reminds me of, gosh, what's the theory? It's really bad that off the top of my head I don't remember these things, but there is a way that people can write, and it's based off of, there is a particular written theory. I'll talk about it in another video, but there's different, it's probably not a theory, it's probably a type of, anyway, neither here nor there. There is a concept or theory or a way of writing or a type of writing which allows you to take a resource or something like that and turn it into a story. So it could be something so minute, but it tells a story nonetheless. So an example that's given is usually something like a shopping list or a receipt, where you might be walking along and you see this receipt that's just on the ground, you go pick it up, you see that someone somewhere bought sugar, wheat, ginger for their grandfather's flatulence, etc., etc. And you're able to, you've got a piece of this person's life, and with that you can come up with a story, like why were they out doing that, and you can almost begin this whole journey of writing like there have been short stories and novels to a point written just based off of these little pieces of information that we can collect. I wish I knew the writing style or theory or concept, whatever it is. I can't remember what it was called, but it's similar to like how there's like participant observation and those types of things. That's another thing that people can do in a way of writing, where you go and sit down and you see the people walking past, and you can write stories based off of what you can capture of a person's personality and their history and their story just by watching what they do and writing about what's going on around you. It's a similar kind of thing like that, but instead you take something out of the environment and go, what does this tell? What story does this tell? What does this mean for a person? So it's interesting to see a codex entry like this. It's just a shopping list, but what do we pull from it? You know, it's just someone who was buying some stuff. They wanted some rouge from Olay, so that they could look all pretty, I guess, or to give to someone. It's just, you know, and also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. So it's something so small, but it gives realism and like this is a person, you know. It's quite an interesting concept and thing to think about. Like these little things that just add to the story and personalize it a bit and go, actually, in this Dragon Age world where there are Grey Wardens out trying to defeat the Blight, and, you know, we're seeing all these big crazy creatures and we're doing these very significant things, there are still small things that are happening in this world. And while it is a fictional world and these things aren't actually happening because it's coded and it's developed and the world only expands so far, it gives you the thought and feeling of this world is created in such a way that has people who just have a shopping list and they go shopping and that's it. They're just, you know, they go to their 9-to-5 business job at a desk with a pen and paper or a quill and paper, and then they go home and have to look after the kids and they do their shopping while there are people out there that are making history, and it makes it very relatable. So I like little things like this. I think it's really cool. Alright, graffiti in Redcliffe's tavern. Don't eat the cheese. Scratch into the bar. Whoopsies. Scratched into the bar of Redcliffe's tavern. Again, little things like that. It's just a little thing. World building. Just don't eat the cheese here at the tavern. That's it. That's all we have to say. I love things like that. Alright, quest related. Blackstone letter of conscription. Dear friend, you are receiving this letter because you or someone else placed your name on an article of conscription, thereby pledging your life to the Blackstone Irregulars. With war looming on all fronts, the Irregulars must build their numbers. We are forced to call upon those who have sworn their assistance to make good on those oaths. Say farewell to your friends and family. While you may return to them, you must prepare them for the possibility that this will be your last day together. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Teheran. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that name. This letter is marked with the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Was there anything else? No, that's it. That ends reading time, which not a whole lot. They're, longer codexes, because, books and songs tend to do that, and some really nice touches to world building with some of those smaller notes. But that finishes up this episode, which has been a lot of fun. I think it's I feel like I've really come to grips with the decision making and the role playing and building up and having a better understanding on how best to role play my character and getting the confidence to do that, because some of these choices that are made as the character can sometimes completely conflict with one's own identity as you're playing that. Like, it's the things that Amara says are not things that I would say, but it's fun anyway, and I've been having a really good time. I love the fact that Elkanan's icon is over Morrigan's head right now, so it kind of looks like that's her head. Anyway, that's neither here. Let's fix that for you. There you go, Morrigan. But anyway, that's the end of episode 7. We have saved Redcliffe. We lost a whole lot of people, but they didn't get mentioned. R.I.P. to Murdoch, probably to Lloyd, probably to Berwick, and to, most importantly, Dwin's thug. That was actually quite unfortunate to see he only had one person behind him. But yeah, anyway, that was a bit of fun. Really choosing some cool choices I'd never chosen before. I didn't even know that Lloyd could go and support the fight. I mean, I didn't expect him to survive. So I'm not surprised by that at all. The fact that if you do that, you can then get all of the stuff from the tavern for free, that's crazy business. But obviously the fallout for that is that you don't get to sell any of the things after that, but so it goes. But that was pretty fun to find out. And yeah, being able to intimidate people in that way and really get into character, that's been a lot of fun. So really looking forward to episode 8, where we will enter the castle. We'll see Bantegan do his little dance. In my mind, I thought I'd be able to get through this a whole lot quicker. But anyway, I'm happy we got through the Redcliffe stuff. We now just got to get to the Redcliffe Castle and deal with all of that. This will be a really interesting moment about the blood magic choice, because I don't think Amara herself, and I'll need to do a bit of research into the Dalish perceptions of blood magic, because my initial understanding right now is that the Dalish probably obviously don't want people to practice blood magic because it's dangerous. But I wonder if it's the same as like how much the Chantry are, and right now I'm pulling blanks in my memory and my brain, my codex brain in that regard, because if it turns out the Dalish are really, really against it, then maybe Amara will end up just bloody killing Connor. But if I find in my research that it's not something that they're too worried about, as long as it's done, not often, in control, whatever it is, then maybe we'll do the blood magic thing. I don't know. I'll do a bit of research to make sure that the choices make sense for Amara and what she needs to do. Ultimately, at the end of the day, she probably doesn't necessarily care about what that means for the people involved. She just needs to have people to support the fight, because she needs to save her Dalish clan, as I've mentioned before. So it'll be interesting to see those choices when we get to that point. And then, yeah, maybe we will finish up that part of Redcliffe and then open up the whole Urn of Sacred Ashes. But I'm thinking that in the next episode we'll probably actually head over to the party camp at some point to have some dialogue with our characters and see whether or not with that Alistair has the opportunity to tell us that he's the bastard son of the king, not King Kaelin, but King Marek. So we'll see if that conversation turns out. But yeah, anyway, lots of fun, and thank you so much for watching. It's always a lot of fun. There wasn't any mind-blowing codexes there about anything in particular, but I did like the Callan had one. Again, it's always interesting to hear about fables and stories within cultures that we, they just kind of make us who we are, and they give us the teachings and lessons as we grow up, which I think is quite interesting. So that was nice, but nothing as mind-blowing as the demonic possession one that we had last episode. But that's okay. We'll get someone, we won't, and that's fine. With that all being said and done, I'm going to close off this episode now. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with the latest videos. Ring the bell to be notified. Leave a comment or like the video. And yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, rest of your week, whatever it is, whenever I catch you. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.